RAG-aware prompting, write prompts that actually work. Let's get right into it because we've all been there. You set up your system, you ask a question, and the AI answers with absolute confidence. Only the answer is completely, utterly wrong. And honestly, the worst part? The correct documents were right there in the prompt. The AI just ignored them. Section 1. The RAG prompt problem. Because look, when that happens, it's not a retrieval problem. You successfully grabbed the right text. It's a prompting problem. As we know, RAG, retrieval augmented generation, is the engine behind most AI products today. We're talking customer support bots, internal doc search tools, those cool chat with your data features. The system grabs the most relevant documents, stuffs them into the prompt, and basically asks the model to answer from those. It's a wonderfully simple idea, but it creates real massive problems when you don't set it up right. Think of it like giving the AI an open book test. The model is absolutely not supposed to use what it memorized during its training. It's supposed to look exclusively at the pages right in front of it. But here's the catch. Your job is to make sure those pages are clearly labeled, organized, and come with strictly defined rules. Because without that, the model just kind of does whatever it wants. Which brings us to part 2, structuring snippets and forcing citations. Let me show you exactly where most people go off the rails here. They take all those retrieved chunks of text and just paste them in as one giant unstructured block of text to the model. That just looks like background noise. There's no structure, there are no labels, and there's literally no way for it to know where anything came from. Fortunately, the fix for this is incredibly simple. Just wrap each chunk in an XML style tag with an ID and a source. You want to give it something like doc ID1, source employee handbook, page 12. Then insert the actual text, then close the tag. Next chunk, doc ID2, source policy PDF, page 3, then the text. See what we did there? Now the model can easily tell them apart. It knows exactly where each piece of information originated. And crucially, when you ask it to cite its sources, it actually can. But notice that having structure alone isn't quite enough. You also need to explicitly tell the model to use only those documents. And here is the single line that matters more than anything else. Do not guess. Seriously, do not skip that line. Because without it, you run into what we call the silent failure. The model will just fill in any gaps from its vast training data silently. It doesn't pop up and say, hey, I'm just making this part up now. No, it answers in the exact same confident tone, whether the answer came directly from your pristine documents or from some random thing it learned 2 years ago on the internet. The user thinks the answer is completely grounded in facts, but it isn't. Moving on to section 3, handling missing context. The other major failure case happens when the user asks a question the retrieved documents simply cannot answer. And let me tell you, this one breaks user trust incredibly fast. If you don't intentionally handle this scenario, the model will just invent something plausible. It sounds perfectly reasonable, it feels totally trustworthy, but it is 100% wrong. The fix here is just a small rules block, literally 3 lines of instruction. First, use only the documents provided above. Second, if the documents only partially answer the question, say what you can and clearly mark the rest as not covered. Third, if they do not address the question at all, just say so directly. That's the whole fix. That tiny block of text saves you from a massive class of bugs that are notoriously hard to catch in testing, but will absolutely destroy user trust in production. Oh, and one more super important thing about placement. Where you actually put the retrieved context inside your prompt really matters. You want the documents at the top and the user's question at the bottom. It's the exact same rule we discussed for handling long documents in our previous explainer. The retrieved chunks go into the user message because, well, they change on every single call. Your role instructions and citation rules, however, go in the system prompt because those stay fixed. That architectural split is huge. It lets you cache the system prompt so the model can skip rereading it every time, making your whole app respond much faster. Okay, section 4, the winning pattern. Let's pull this all together. So, what is the exact pattern that actually works in the real world? Here's your quick checklist. Label every single chunk with a source ID. Add the crucial instruction, do not guess. Explicitly tell the model what to do when it doesn't know the answer. Put the documents first, the question last, and keep your rules strictly in the system prompt. Honestly, none of this is overly complicated. But if you skip even one of these steps, you're going to end up with a product that looks like it works great, right up until it really doesn't. Because at the end of the day, the real sign of a well-built RAG prompt is not that the model gives confident answers. It's that the model knows exactly when to stop. Go ahead and test it out. Does your current setup handle the question it cannot answer? Thank you.